That time once again for HEW Entertainment Radio.
And that's all I got to say about that.
Hosted by
YouTube for a lot of people to hear, and in an effort to increase promotion of our website and to increase our listener count from week to week. So I decided to make a YouTube video about Kelly, given the fact that we have so much history between ourselves. I decided to make a YouTube video of the incident that happened on SmackDown, and I posted it on our official YouTube channel, which can be accessed through our website. Once you click on the MySpace and Social Network tab at the top of the website, you can choose to access our MySpace page, you can choose to access our Facebook, or you can choose to access our YouTube account. You can access that through our YouTube account, our YouTube channel, which is exclusive to this website. A number of different uploads can be found there. And I was very, very surprised that the Kelly video garnered a lot of hits. It was a very highly responded to video. It seems like it gets a number of hits every single day, and I was absolutely overwhelmed over the fact that so many people were interested in what I had to say about Kelly and her firing. I'd personally like to thank every single one of you for making the Kelly YouTube video firing segment that I produced. The Kelly firing segment that I produced that includes 4 different parts. One of the most watched YouTube videos in recent years that I have posted, and I would personally like to thank every single one of you for making it the success that it was. It seems like the hit count on that thing increases every single day, and I'm trying to figure out why it's such a popular topic that I talked about. Maybe it's because of the extensive history that myself and Kelly have had from the summer of 2006 right up until the present time, 2011, 5 years of history between the two of us. Spent a whole summer talking to her on different social networks, got the opportunity to know a lot of her friends. A lot of her friends have appeared here on HEW Entertainment Variety Radio, and a lot of them had mixed reactions to Kelly and her character. That's one thing that I want you to take from this week's audio commentary. Some people have nothing but good things and wonderful things to say about her. Other people are not too fond of Kelly. I myself, I know there's a mixed response when it comes to me and how I feel about her and everything she's done for World Wrestling Entertainment the past 5 years that she has been there. I know that a lot of people are wondering, what's really going on between myself and Kelly. I'm going to leave that between the two of us. I'm sure that a lot of you have different opinions when it comes to the situation involving myself and Kelly, Barbara Blank. But I'm going to tell you, I have a tremendous amount of respect for her, for everything she's doing, no matter if it's on Raw or SmackDown or some type of program for a pay-per-view. I really, really respect her for everything that she is doing right now in WWE. A lot of people, and that's saying a lot, considering the fact that a lot of people have appeared here on HEW Entertainment Variety Radio and have said, I didn't think Kelly was going to last 6 weeks. As I said in part 1 of this series, Ken Boland was one of the people that told me, he didn't believe Kelly had what it took to make it in the business because she was so small. He wasn't expecting a whole lot from her due to the fact she had very little wrestling knowledge. And I think that she definitely is proving a lot. And the two things I think that she is proving currently right now is, yes, I can, and yes, I am here for a reason. And I think that, in time, definitely she has earned the reputation and the reward of being one of the most improved divas on the current roster of divas, which is constantly growing and expanding from year to year. A different group of divas seem to come through the doors every year of WWE. They're getting released, and as quickly as they're getting released, they're being fired. So definitely for Kelly to hold on to her job for the past 5 years, a tremendous amount of respect needs to be given to her for that, and a lot of gratitude, considering the fact that a lot of people really didn't believe that she had what it took to make it in the business. I interviewed the Sandman several years ago, and he said one of the most enjoyable things that he had to do during his run with WWE was cane Kelly in the head, and that left me in question as to just how much respect she actually has in the locker room. And then I read a report on ProWrestling.com, PW Insider, And I said to myself, Jesus Christ, nobody seems to really like her, because it seemed like a lot of divas had a lot of heat with her backstage, and I was like, man, you need to, cut somebody a whole lot of slack, and I really, really, am thrilled that she's still there, being able to keep her current role on SmackDown. I know the Drew McIntyre storyline seems to be a bit stale from week to week, but give it time, give it time to progress, and I think we're going to see something, magnificent happen. We're probably going to get to see that heel turn that's been reported on a different number of websites, and I'd like to go on record for saying, I think this is going to be great, not only for Kelly, but for a lot of fans who will remember her for being a heel in the earlier years of her career in OVW, and being a heel for ECW before she changed her name to Kelly. Kelly, of course, she was a tremendous heel in OVW, and now she came to WWE, and we didn't get much to see of a heel persona from her, but I think this second heel turn on SmackDown is definitely going to be much stronger and more effective, and used more efficiently now, given her current role right now. I think this is going to be great for her. It's going to give her more opportunities to compete against a lot of different people, and it's going to give her more opportunities to possibly become the Divas Champion one day, which seemed to be where they were going with her character just last year around the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. I'll never forget that weekend. I was so excited I was wondering, is she really going to win the Women's Championship at the time? And, I was, more than thrilled to sit down and actually watch that match. If there was one match, believe it or not, I was purchasing that pay-per-view for, or going to see that pay-per-view for, was that Women's Championship match between herself and Layla, given the fact that the Lay Cole and Kelly storyline from 2010 was probably the most entertaining thing that the SmackDown brand had going for them. There weren't really many that great of a selection when it came to storylines and everything. So I really think that Lay Cool and Kelly really set the Divas division on fire as it pertains to SmackDown. Definitely a more entertaining storyline as it pertains to the Divas coming from SmackDown than on Raw in the summer of 2010. And I think they just, let it go because they had bigger plans for Kelly, and I'm very thrilled to know that she's back. They only took her off TV for 3 weeks, and I know it was, heavily talked about on Google. It was one of the most searched topics on Google that weekend. A lot of people were really upset over it. I wonder how many of you felt, upset over it and everything like that. You can leave your opinion at the bottom of the form. I know a lot of people had mixed reactions. Some people never even cared if she came back to the business. But, they only took her off television for 3 weeks. Now she's back. She's still in the main events, teaming with the World Champion Edge. It all coincides with everything going on at WrestleMania. There's a report going around that she's going to be working several programs this year with Trish Stratus and Lay Cool. I think this is going to be great for her character, but the question I have, in the back of my mind when it comes to this heel turn, are they going to put that on hold till after WrestleMania now because of, Kelly and Trish teaming up at WrestleMania to face Lay Cool? That is a possibility, and I guess we're just going to have to rely on the most precious commodity when it comes to that, and that commodity that I'm referring to is time, because everything takes time. I mean, look how long it took Kelly to develop her skills and garner the reputation of one of the most improved divas in professional wrestling and in diva history. So it's going to take a lot of time, for her to get that heel roll down pat, because like I said, we never really saw much of her being a heel on the ECW side of things in the summer of 2006, which was 5 years ago. So it's going to take some time for her to develop her character to be a heel and to take it to the next level. But I think she can do it. If she can do what she's been able to do and turn a lot of heads and open a lot of mouths and cause a lot of jaws to drop over the last several months on SmackDown, I think that she's going to be able to do anything that WWE, Vince McMahon, and the WWE creative team present her with. And the reason I'm doing part 2 of this radio commentary is because the first part garnered so many hits and so much attention. And along with everything that was on the internet about Kelly, being fired, this YouTube video, part 1 of this series, was actually one of the search topics that popped up I guess when the topic of Kelly being fired was Googled, and I'm very, very honored to know that my YouTube videos are showing up as frequently as they are. Particularly this one. This is part 2 of the series, and hopefully this one will garner just as much attention. But I just thought I would talk about it a little bit. I'm enjoying seeing Kelly in the main events, because one thing that I said to her, and I alluded to in a previous audio commentary in an email that I wrote to her, is if you keep going down the path you're on, you're either going to end up competing against huge names, or teaming up with the world champion, or possibly even competing for the world championship. I alluded to the fact that she had nothing but bright horizons ahead of her, and I think that she was a little bit in doubt of herself at that particular point in time, but definitely my vision and my intuition proved it to be true, because we're seeing her team with the world champion and actually defending the world championship from time to time. So definitely they're taking her character right now, it would seem, in a very positive direction.